Hi, hello, my dear students. This is your person Hari Krishna sir, Assistant Professor of Botany, SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar. So today we are going to see photolysis of water. This is a concept or session of today. Clear? So this particular concept means photo. Photo means sunlight. Photo means what? Sunlight. And lysis nothing but breakdown. Lysis means what? Breakdown or destructive process. Means destruction of water in the presence of sunlight is photolysis of water. For example, this is what? Water. Okay. So water undergoes into breakdown process whenever the light is available to the plant. This protons are removed and oxygen is also formed. So oxygen is formed and protons will be removed from this particular water molecule. Clear? So this entire process can be called as what? Photolysis of water. So water can be broken down in the presence of sunlight is called as photolysis of water. So this concept was propounded by two scientists, Robin Hill and Scarisbrick. Okay, so Robin Hill and Scarisbrick behind this particular concept. Clear? So where it happens actually, where it occurs actually. For example, this is a plant. They are isolated. These particular two scientists, Robin Hill and Scarisbrick, isolated a chloroplast from a plant called Stellaria media. This is the name of the plant. Stellaria media is basically an angiosperm. Okay, so Stellaria media is basically an angiospermic plant. From this plant, these two scientists isolated chloroplast. Clear? For example, if you see, this is a plant. Okay, so roots, these are the leaves of the plant. Clear? This is what? Sunlight. Right? Whenever the sunlight penetrates on the leaf, every leaf or every part of the plant can be composed with different tissues. For example, there are different kinds of tissues. These are what? The tissues. Nothing but tissue means what? Group of cells. Okay, so this is about tissue of the leaf. So if you isolate one cell from the tissue, this is what? One cell from the tissue. Okay, so every cell has a nucleus and endoplasmic reticulum and different cell organelles like mitochondria, ribosomes, lysosomes, etc. Along with all the cell organelles, this cell has a disc-shaped structures, chloroplast. Okay, if you isolate one chloroplast, this is what? Chloroplast. So every chloroplast is enclosed with two layers, outer layer and the inner layer. So inside the chloroplast, we have another coin-shaped structures or disc-shaped structures called thylakoids. The group of thylakoids can be called as grana. Okay, so if you separate one particular thylakoid membrane or thylakoid, this is what? One thylakoid. Right? These are the layers of thylakoids. Okay, so inside the thylakoids we have water. I have already shown you the information and I have already clearly explained about information of this particular thylakoid. This space, the space inside the thylakoid can be called as what? Lumen. Okay, this is lumen. Clear? So this lumen is the reservoir for water. Okay, so whenever the light reaches to leaf, if light reaches to leaf, nothing but what? Light reaches to tissues, means it reaches to cell, means it reaches to chloroplast, finally it reaches to thylakoids. Okay, so whenever the light penetrates on the thylakoid membrane, the water inside the thylakoid that is present in the lumen undergoes into breakdown process. Okay, so it undergoes into breakdown process, and there will be the liberation of oxygen. Okay, so this is about photolysis of water in detail. Clear? So just remember this water, for example, these Stellaria media experiments, these two scientists Robin Hill and Scaris Brick used Hill oxidants, nothing but what? 2 moles of water is taken into consideration, and 2 moles of Hill oxidant, or you can say potassium. This is what this A indicates, potassium. So potassium oxalate, or you can say potassium ferric oxalate, full name. Potassium ferric oxalate, as it is used in this particular experiment. So it combines with water in the presence of what? Sunlight. H nu indicates sunlight. Then there is a formation of 2AH2 and oxygen. O2 is liberated. Clear? So in this particular equation, we have clearly observed that oxygen is liberated from the water. Okay, so this oxygen is liberated from the water. The remaining protons, these protons are shifted to the receiver. Shifted to the receiver. That receiver can be potassium ferric oxalate. Okay, so whenever the protons are removed from the water and they shift to another substance, this can be called as reduction process. Clearly, so water is generally reduced, and the oxygen is liberated. Clear? Now these receivers, proton receivers or proton observers, are called as Hill oxidants. What are these compounds? Hill oxidants or proton receivers. These Hill oxidants may be, number 1, Hill oxidants or FD, ferredoxin acts as Hill oxidant, and NADP, so NADP plus acts as Hill oxidants, and idophenol, so idophenol acts as Hill oxidant, and ferric cyanide acts as Hill oxidants. Okay, so these are the examples for Hill oxidants. So whenever, for example, whenever NADP reacts with water, what happens? For example, 2 moles of water, 1 Hill oxidant, that is NADP, plus gives rise to this destruction or breakdown takes place. These protons shift to NADP, then NADP converts into NADPH2, that is reduced form of NADP, plus there is a liberation of oxygen. Clear? So this is about photolysis of water. So photolysis of water takes place in the lumen of thylakoids. Where it takes place? Lumen of thylakoids. So whenever there is unavailability of sunlight, this water undergoes into splitting process or breakdown process, and there will be liberation of oxygen. Okay, means you should remember, oxygen is liberated during the photosynthetic mechanism. Clear? So oxygen is liberated during photolysis of water. Okay, in which phase of photosynthesis oxygen liberates? So oxygen liberates during the photolysis of water. Clear? So this is about today's session. In the next session we will see the red drop and photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Thank you one and all.